Let me see if this here connected on my end. Hopefully it's connected on y'all end. It's connected on my end. Okay. Look like my chat starting to work. We will see. This here chat. Wanting to pop in for an hour. I only have an hour because my son gets out of practice at 9 o'clock. And also I posted on the community page of the show that's coming on at 9 o'clock. Thank y'all for the congratulations. I really, you know, it's something I wanted to try out. You never know what to expect with television, so even with the show, I don't even know if I'm on the show, how I'm on the show, what part you just don't know, because you don't see the edited version before it goes out, so I have no clue what you'll be seeing. So I'll be seeing it with you when I see it. But to be honest with you, I really don't like watching myself on stuff like that, because as y'all know, every YouTuber, every speaker, every author, everybody who want to create anything, you know that you are your toughest critic. And so with the way I am, in my first time, really not my first time on TV, but being on the show for multiple episodes and that level of production, that's my first time. So I think it probably take 2 or 3 seasons to get used to it. Whereas, you know, I'm a co-host. The host, she been doing it for 30 years, so it's a little different for her because she used to it. And this season 3, and so this her 3rd season. So she really, y'all gonna get to see a lot of coaching from her. April, you got to go to the community page to find out. You just click on my name and then click on community, and then you'll see my post on there. But it's on MTV, I think at 9 p.m. Eastern. That'll be 8 p.m. for y'all in Texas. I think that's 6 p.m. for LA. But I want to pop on here because, somebody said I was on a lot of the first episode. Oh, I ain't know that. Huh? Talks with Cookie. Okay, I ain't know that. Now, unfortunately, I haven't seen the first episode, so thank you, Cookie, for letting me know that. But I try, honestly, when you gotta go, when you going somewhere, I need to make more of a habit of, you know, trying to celebrate small wins. But for me, in the grand scheme of things, that's like 1%, maybe 10%. So I haven't taken the time to really sit down and look at it. So I'll let y'all look at it, and then y'all ain't got to tell me what y'all think. Y'all could write, y'all could at MTV on Twitter and on Instagram. You could write them, tell them, hey, y'all need to do this right here with Tony, because y'all know me, y'all watch me on here, y'all will be able to tell them. And they listen to you. They listen to that kind of stuff. So y'all write on their comments on Instagram. Give them your feedback on the show. They'll listen to you. But wanted to pop on here because I was talking to one of my clients, and we were talking about this topic. About black men. And I really will say black men because it's not really the same with other races. And we all know the reasons from the past. Like, we know the reasons of what we have gone through, but we gotta be able to really, we have to ask ourselves, like, okay, at what point, or do you ever truly heal from the past, because when black men have seen broken marriage after broken marriage and struggling marriage after struggling marriage, and now it's like so many new ways to make money. There's so many new ways to make money, and all of this going on to where men are able to, through multi-level marketing and day trading and all of this different stuff, that social media, men able to make money in ways that we never thought possible. So whereas for our grandfathers, they probably felt like, hey, I'm barely making money, I barely could make money, I need a woman just for my pain, for my stress, for companionship, to be there for the children that I want to have. But now it's kind of like men are getting more addicted to the grind and the hustle, and their wife is in the palm of their hand in the form of a phone through social media. Because one of the things that's happening is, through the rise of the nasty movies, through the rise of the nasty apps, it has really stolen. And this is the thing with this generation, this stuff really started to pick up. And so you will talk to men today, and they will tell you that they got into the nasty magazines and DVDs or VHSs when they were 11, 12. So now when you take and you have a lifetime of that self-stimulation, it really curves the appetite for human connection. So today we have what I call porn babies. And what I mean by that is men who were raised by the nasty. And when you think about it, and one thing I want women to understand is that in a man, see, a woman ages like wine, and a man, we age like juice or soda. So if you think about it, I hear a lot of women say that they are in their bedroom prime in their 40s. Whereas in the 40s, a lot of men start to decline. And so what happens is that body part got an internal meter on it. A man's body part, it got an internal meter on it. And with that internal meter, what happens is that man he started to wear out that engine. He started to wear it out. It only got so many uses in it. So when that use start to go down, what happened is he started to lose himself. Somebody say water, say who made it. Ain't nobody make me the spokesperson. But shut up and listen, or your butt get blocked. And so what happened, that man, he overusing. So now he start to go down. So now imagine this could even be with a woman. Our body start to decline. That thing start to get a little bit, weaker. It get weaker and weaker. And then the next thing you know, It ain't got no more. He just water the cave here. Boy, they are devil, Satan, Satan, get thee behind me. And so what happened? That man, he started to go down, and he wearing himself out. So imagine if a man is not only with a woman, but he with his hand. He not only with his woman, he with Angela. So now he double timing. Now with this double timing, what happening is, with this double timing, the brain breaking down, the body breaking down, and he just starting to lose himself. So the thing about it is, the male body, when we take and we give ourselves a release, it shuts down our nature to pursue a woman. So when a man take and give himself a release, the mind does not know that it was the hand. The mind don't know that it was the hand. And so the mind is in a man is created and it's wired to reproduce. So it has a connection from the mind to the body. And so the mind, it knows its age. It knows its age. And it's gonna get older with food. With the food we eat, with what we drinking, with a lack of sleep, the mind start to age. So now as we start to age, the mind also know that when it get the release, when it get this release, the mind of a man does not know that the release it gave did not create a child. It just know the body is wired to have that release, to release that sperm. So that's why a man, as long as that sperm active, he could impregnate 1 million women. But see, with that hand, what you got to realize, when a man get with that handler, because it's instant gratification, it's the worst form of the microwave society. So because it's instant gratification, this man get a release, and he get a release of that oxytocin, that dopamine into the bloodstream. And then what it does is it relaxes the body. It relaxes the body, and then from there, everything start to shut down. It start to shut down. So now, what happens is that pursuit, it goes away. And now any man can attest to this. Any man will be able to attest that if he was in a relationship, if at any point he was in a relationship, but he was also into the nasty movies, and he was taking care of himself with Angela, that the more he did that, the less he needed or desired his woman once he got to a certain age or he got to a certain point. And so that's why it's so important, if you raising a male, to occupy time. I'm gonna tell you what to do with your males, okay? If you are raising a male and you don't want to raise a male who will have arrested development, what you have to do is you have to, or more, we'll touch on that, is you're gonna have to limit the device usage of your males. And when your male is using a device, he needs to be in public. He need to be sitting in the living room, and he need to be sitting by you. And it need to be, the sound need to be on, even though it's getting on your nerves. The sound need to be on. And then what you need to do is, when you give your young male a telephone, a iPad, or any device that can access video and apps, you need to take that device at night and plug it in your room. Plug it in your room. And every week, you need to do a sweep of your young one's room. And this could go for the woman, for young ladies too, but I'm talking about the males. Okay? It could go both ways. You need to do a sweep. You looking under the mattress, you're looking under the bed, you're looking in every drawer, under all the clothes, you looking in all the closet, you doing a sweep for magazines, for pictures. Also, with the devices, you going into the pictures. You also going into recently deleted. You also going into the settings, and you going to photos, and you going to hidden photos. And then you unhiding the hidden album. Then you go into the hidden album and you punching in the code. You go into search history. You putting programs on the search. You putting things on the search. And this the thing. You want to talk and you want to prepare, but you don't want to do it too early. I made that mistake. I made that mistake with my oldest and talked to him at 9 years old. He said, "Daddy, my stomach hurting." Then he got in trouble in school for writing a letter to a young lady saying, "Who would you have with?" I said, "Oh man, he wouldn't even know about that. That wasn't for me." But I'm going to tell y'all, at 9 years old, I started. 9 years old was the first time I had me some peach cobbler. So that's why I talked to my son at 9. Even though he wasn't raised in the environment I was raised in. But 9 years old, I was down there, tongue along. You hear me? Nasty. Shout out. You at 9. At 9. 9 years old. Shout out down there. And so listen. Turned out. So that's what's happening. And I was raised in a good household with 2 parents now. But it's when I went out to the neighborhood, went over to family house, stuff get out of control. Now don't y'all sit there and act like y'all don't know what I'm talking about now. You got a lot of saints in here. I can tell y'all the type of people that ain't gonna crack on first 48. Don't sit over there and act like y'all don't know what I'm talking about now. So listen to me. So bring it up to these men. What you got to realize, if these men have been working that thing out since 9, 10, 11, by the time they get to the adult age, 18, 20, 25, 30, they so woe out. They don't have nothing left. And so what's happening is, when a man take and a man give in to that hand, when a man give into that hand, it steals our zeal to go pursue. So women ask the question, why aren't men approaching women today? It's because it has been suppressed. Because when he wake up, he get him one out. When he go to work on break, he get him one out. And at work in the 8 hours, he might get him 2 or 3 out. One time in my life, out of my whole life, I met a lady one time. I think I was in DC. I think I was in Washington, DC, maybe, doing a book signing. And I'll shake everybody's hand. The lady, when I went to shake her hand, she said, I don't shake men's hand. She said, my daddy always told me not to shake a man's hand. I said, your daddy nasty. Your daddy nasty. But I say I know exactly why he told you that. I say I know exactly why he told you that. But see, you shake hands with your right hand. You shake hands with your right hand, if I ain't mistaken. I'm left-handed. So I never was a problem for nobody because I'm left-handed. So if a man left-handed, you can shake his hand. Now if a man right-handed, if a man right-handed, what's going on? Hey, if a man right-handed, what's going on? Play what? Hey, if a man right-handed, hey, what's going on? Cause listen, when I tell you that hand is whoa out, a lot of times y'all think that callus is from working hard. That callus from you hear me? So listen to me. Listen to me. See, when a man abstains, his whole life changed for the better. But see, today men are not abstaining. They may be abstaining from a woman, but they're not abstaining from that hand. And so when they're not abstaining from that hand, now that's what's keeping them from approaching you. That's why you don't get approached. That's why when a man is in a relationship, he might not be voracious. See, when a man abstains, he becomes voracious. See, when we abstain, we have more clarity. We have more clarity. We have more visions. We have more motivation. We have more energy. We have more drive. We have more tenacity. We have more audacity. So this is what you have to realize. So today, what's happening is, and a lot of men don't even know this about themselves. See, a lot of men don't even know this about themselves. But see, when God gives you wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, then you start to understand. And that's how you could speak across the board. So what you have to realize is, when a man abstains, he gets power. He get power. He go to the next level. When a man is dealing with Angela or any type of fornication, what the brain is saying, job done. The brain is saying, job done. You completed your mission. You supposed to be reproducing. So that just came out of you. We good. Chill out. And I remember being a young man. And being at the job and having to go in there to the bathroom and get me one on out. Had to get me one out. Because I'm around here at the job. I'm looking at these booties swinging. Around here. You feeling it. Had to go in there. Went in there to urinate. Messed around and shucked too many times. And being that age, you shake too many times, that thing going, ugh. That thing stood up. And then once that thing stood up, it can't be tucked. So once it stand up, like they say, you shake twice. You shake 3 times, you playing with it. So that thing stand up, he got to get him one. So if a man come out that bathroom and you just happen to see him for the first time and he ready to shake hands, oh sorry, I just my hand wet. You got, I'm telling you right now, you got to tell him, hey, my hand wet. I'm telling you right now, my hand wet. Now, who y'all see on YouTube, that's not who y'all gonna see on TV. Because that's not my show. So I couldn't come on the People's Show and grandstand on the People's Show. So that's y'all I'm real mild on the show. I'm chill, I'm kind of a little laid back. That ain't my show. I ain't want to go in there and try to steal nobody's show, steal nobody's shine, step on nobody's toes. So y'all understand that. So don't come back on here. Oh, Tony, you were the same, but you have a YouTube. Yeah, cause that's different. This here mine's. That wasn't mine's. So nah, they probably gonna get somebody if they do another season. They probably gonna get somebody to replace me. But if they bring me on it again, I'm gonna show out now. I'm gonna show out. But I had to, warm up. So listen to me now. Listen to me now. So what's happening today is men don't even know. Men don't even understand why they not getting married. They blaming it on women. Oh, I don't want to lose half. Oh, it's no benefits to marriage for a man. That's what that immorality will do for you. It'll shoot. That's what that immorality will do. When you're dealing with that Angela, it'll zap you. It'll zap you of your hope. It'll zap you of your zeal. It'll zap you of your drive. And so that's why men say, oh, ain't no benefits in marriage. I'm going to tell you one thing. It's a lot of benefits to marriage for a man. It's a lot of benefits. Because what a woman is in a man's life, a good woman is like a utility player. So if a man know sports, if you got an athlete that can play multiple positions, that can also lead, that can do whatever you need done. So when a man have a wife, that wife is a utility player. And I'm gonna give y'all an example. I'm at the office today. I wake up this morning. My wife had my breakfast made. Exactly. Percy Harvin. That's what like a wife is. Except for a woman. I woke up this morning. My wife had my breakfast. She had my lunch made. My breakfast made. My lunch made. And then brought me another lunch because I left my lunch for dinner. I left my lunch at the house. Brought me another lunch to the office. Then when she was coming home, even though I had saved my earlier lunch for dinner, she brought me another dinner home. Then took care of all of my shipping. Shipped out all of the deck of cards that y'all bought from what I posted from the Etsy store. The quiz card, she shipped out all of those. She shipped out all the hoodies. And guess what? Men probably saying, oh, or women probably saying, oh no, you put that thing on her. Nope. Didn't even come from none of that. So a woman is a teammate. A wife is a teammate. A wife is a confidant. A wife is a therapist. A wife is a life coach. A wife is everything, even names that we don't like to use. And because women take this the wrong way. But whatever you could pay for out there, a wife is all of that in one. She all that in one. And that's a benefit. And all you got to do as a man is choose wisely. You got to choose with your mind. You got to choose with your big head, not your little head. And you're going to win. You're going to win. You got to evaluate that woman by her character, not by her booty and her smile. You got to evaluate that woman by her character. And you're going to win. See, the thing about it is, I'm going to tell you why men choose wrong. The reason why men choose wrong is because the mind is warped from all of the Angela. It's so much Angela, it's so much self-pleasure that the mind is warped because of what the man is looking at. So when a man does go out and looks, he is looking for a woman who reminds him of the woman on the phone screen or the computer screen. And so he's looking for a woman with that type of booty, or that type of stomach, or that type of breast, or that type of teeth, or that type of eyes, or that type of hair, or that type of complexion. And so he pick a woman based on the wrong attributes. And then he gets a woman who only is a taker. And she's a taker because she's only been taken from. So now he then says, these women aren't any good. No, you are not a good judge of character, and you do not have discretion because you are a porn baby. So because you have given into so much lust and so much masturbation, you do not know how to choose a real world woman, because you are only accustomed to women in the digital world. So because you are accustomed to women in the digital world who make a living from performing sexual acts, you now do not know how to choose a regular woman, a everyday woman, because a everyday woman is really only a freak until she gets a husband and some other responsibilities. The only women who are truly all the way freaks is women who went through something as a young lady and did not go to therapy to heal, and women who do not have responsibilities, whether that be children or a job that is the equivalent almost, and then you go into this relationship and then you get responsibility, you get all this other, you get this man who climbing on your bike every day, and you get that freak knocked out you. Get that freak knocked right out you. And so this is what you got to understand. When a woman get into a relationship and she get comfortable, and she's loved, she start to rest. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. This is what you got to realize. Communication and conversation and quality time is more fulfilling than sex. And so I know a lot of people, when I say that, they say, Tony, no, that means you ain't having good enough act. Nope. I'm gonna tell you the truth. With my wife, I had the best of the best. The best I'd have never had. But I'm gonna tell you what, it's fleeting. It's just, it don't matter. You ain't gonna last all that long. It don't matter. Because, and then when you with one woman and she's with you, that body adjusts to you. So when you have your old session, the next day you are sore as a man and she is sore as a woman, because that body fit like a glove. It's elastic, but when it ain't being woe out all day, every day, it's gonna form to that man. And then when you have mental stimulation, when you make love to the mind and you actually spend time and you communicate, your body's you're gonna be joined spiritually. So when you come together, because your mind is in it, it does not last long. It does not last long. A lot of people never experience this. The only time it's gonna last when you are in love and you are fully connected mentally, emotionally, spiritually. It's really only gonna last more than 5 minutes, meaning with the enter. Now I'm gonna have to start TonyTube so we can really do some real teaching. This is somebody else's network, this YouTube network. But with the enter now, I ain't talking about all the extra stuff. But with that enter, it's only gonna last more than 5 minutes if you want it to. If you celebrating. But other than that, that body gonna come together, boom. And I'm gonna tell you, a lot of times it's 60 seconds. And at the same time, your bodies will release. At the same time. And that's when you really, really have been communicating. And you've been talking. Because this is what you got to realize. The largest sexual organ is here. This is the largest sexual organ. Not what's between your legs. So when you connect here, when you make love to the mind, and see, this is the problem. This is the problem. Because we are given into 60 seconds. And that's when the woman is done. But see, I'm gonna tell y'all something. 90 to 99% of women will never experience what I'm talking about. Unfortunately. You will experience a relationship. You will experience love. But what you got to realize is only 30% of women have a release during intercourse. Only 30%. So this what I'm talking about is a whole nother level. So if only 30% of women have a release during intercourse, then it may be only 3%. It may be only 3% that have this here release. Now see, what you got to realize, I'm going to tell you. And you know how? Because I'm married. And I know. And I talk to my wife and I say, listen, you don't feel bad like, because Chris Brown be talking about 45 minutes. Trey Songz talking about the neighbor know my name. Let me tell you what my wife told me. She say, when I'm done, I am done. She say, no, I do not want you to keep going when I am done. She say, that just overkill. That's going to ruin it. That's going to take the feeling away. And I say, oh, okay. But then when I realize, and I say, oh, okay. But, man, well, how so? And then that's when I realized. We had, as men, 45 minutes with a woman we didn't have no connection with. That was when you keep going and going and going because you trying to show out. You trying to do something. You on that brown liquor. You on that pill. You on all of this here. And you think that's proving something. You trying to prove something. But see, what a man don't realize, and the reason why men don't realize it is because of the nasty. Because of the nasty. Because of the nasty movies and the apps. So they get into these apps and all of this stuff, and it become wham bam, thank you, man. It become, so what I mean, not saying that it's quick or they done, it's because they're not making a connection to the mind. So today, this is the thing. This is what I want you to understand. Sex is supposed to be reserved for a union. It's supposed to be reserved for a union. So therefore, when the mind has a release, it assumes that a man, when a man's body have a release, the mind assumes the mind is doing that to the body to reproduce. It's not doing it for pleasure. It's doing it to reproduce. So when a man is watching pornography, see what y'all got to realize, not every word is allowed on here. That's why I have to say certain words. When a man is into that nasty and that handula, every time he get that relief, the body think he's in a relationship and he done made another baby, that he's reproducing. So then the natural chemical in a man that make us pursue women is shut off, because to the mind the man is already taken. To the mind the man is already in a relationship, because it's reproducing, it's having a release, it's getting this oxytocin, this dopamine. So to the mind, every single time that scrotum pump up that white sauce and release it, a baby was made. It don't know the difference. The body don't know the difference. So the natural pheromones, and I don't know if that's the word, but we're gonna use it right there. The natural pheromones that have a man to pursue a woman is cut off. It shuts down because the man is having so many releases every day that to the mind, he's already in a relationship. The mind does not know that the relationship is with a phone screen or with a computer screen. The mind don't know that. All the mind know is that this man's body is continuously every day doing what it takes to reproduce. So therefore, that's why men are walking past women. That's why men walking past women every day. That's why marriages are decreasing, because of sexual immorality. Because men are not saving themselves for a woman. Men are giving themselves to a phone screen and to a computer screen and to a picture. So therefore, he has no desire to pursue a woman. Because here's the thing. When a man learns, just like a woman, when a man learns how to touch himself, he's able to a release in a few strokes. So what happens is, once a man become a pro with that handy, he no longer has a need for a woman. He no longer knows how to appreciate a woman. And Rebecca, it's really an addiction for all men who get into it. See, what you have to realize is that lust cannot be quenched. Lust has to be starved to death. When you get a release, it makes you want another and another and another and another. But you want it easy as possible. So when a man could just go to the bathroom and just get that AK, he done. So now, if he gets, and this man, especially if he is not a virgin, if this man is not a virgin, what he realizes is that for most men, the same exact feeling that he got from being in that woman protected is the same exact feeling that he got from his hand. And so what you have to realize is, so then he's going to ask himself, so this is what the perverted men is doing. They don't know that they perverts. See, the men of today don't know that they are nasty and that they are disgusting and that they are perverts if they watching porn. They do not know that because it has been normalized. It is being served up to young. So the men think it is normal. And then there is so many women who are jumping on board. There are so many women who are condoning and supporting the strip club and pornography. And what women do not know what they are doing when they are condoning the strip club and pornography, what women do not realize is that, hey, for y'all want me to talk like this right here now, y'all might have to get in that super chat, because YouTube, they gonna shut this here down now. I'm gonna tell you now. They're gonna shut this here down now. I'm gonna have to move these talks to the paywall, to the app, $9.99 a month. Listen to me now. So understand this. When the man, he gets over there and he goes to that hand, these men do not know that they are perverted. And the reason why they don't know is because it's being normalized. And so what women don't understand, is that when you go to the strip club with your man, or you let your man go to the strip club, or you let your man have nasty magazines, or watch porn, or you let him, because you got a headache, and this for the wives now, but the rest of y'all, you ain't supposed to be fornicating, and you tell him, yeah, use your hand. What you are doing is you giving crike. You are giving crike to this man, and you are about to have a crike head. You about to have a crike head. You have just then became his dealer. When you condone the strip club, Aisha, God bless you. Aisha gonna keep us alive now. Cause I'm gonna tell you right now, as soon as I get off here, this thing been have that yellow demonetized. You hear me? Cause when you talk like this right here, I'm gonna tell you like that. When you talk like this, YouTube don't like that now. As soon as I get off here, they're gonna have a sign that say you are not advertiser friendly. You don't hear too real, giving these people the too real of truth. So now listen to me now. You become a man's dealer when you condone him feeding lust. Now, you know how they used to tell you in the superstition, if you buy a man shoes, he gonna walk out your life. That's what you doing if you condone lust. If you gonna be with a man, you got to tell him, no, playboy, ain't no pornography allowed, ain't no strip club allowed, ain't none of that allowed. It's gonna be conversation, and when y'all get together, it's gonna be conversation, and when y'all get together and y'all married, it got to be between your legs. You hear me? That's what you got to let them know. But see, a lot of women don't know that because women don't know how potent and how strong this orgasm is for a man. A lot of women don't realize that when you give a man this, you losing him. Brittany E, God bless you. Amanda, God bless you now. This ain't a Q&A now. Oh, yeah, there wasn't no question. God bless you, Amanda. God bless you. And you in it for the right thing. Tamika, God bless you. So listen to me now. Now, y'all better hope YouTube don't take this down now. Because when you get real on here and you need the real talk, they don't like that now. They don't like you to educate the people about real life now. Listen to me. I'll tell you that now. So that's why I'm about to have to go behind the paywall And the only reason I have to charge because I got to pay for it. I got to pay for the service. YouTube paying for this. But then they'll take it down or demonetize it when you get too real and your word choices is too real. That's why y'all see me try to skirt over some words because of how they do me. And so, but they'll let the other people curse and all kind of cursing, all kind of stuff, and be monetized like a mug. Francina, God bless you. Now see, listen to me. What you're gonna have to realize, and you're gonna see this now, you're gonna see is these men today, they getting into the ones who are afraid to marry. I'm gonna tell you like this right here. God did not create a man to be alone. And because God did not create a man to be alone, less than 1% of men can abstain from sex and masturbation. Less than 1%. Less than 1%. I want you to realize that. I want you to know that. Mr. Brooks, God bless you now. Blanca, God bless you. Less than 1%. So you have to realize that because these men who are single, 99.9% they into Angela. And because they are into Angela, that is why they are not approaching women, and that is why they're not getting married. But see, the thing about it is, only God is going to send soldiers to expose the darkness, to shine a light in the darkness. These men who are trapped by pornography and masturbation will never admit to that until they overcome it. When they overcome it by the blood of Jesus, then they're going to admit that's why they were arrested development. That's why they had a failure to launch. Now, Amor said that's also their DL. Now, let's go to the DL situation. Okay. Regine, God bless you. Let's go to the DL situation. Today, we do have a large amount of men and who are down low. And I'm going to tell you why they down low. The down low men are not, Coco, God bless you, are not born that way. The down low men are not born that way. They are raised that way, meaning the influences in their life or the lack of influence in their life and the things they got into. Now let me help you understand something. Why these men are down low. Here's the thing. Oh, I about broke my neck. Got up, got up and was up too high. About broke my doggone neck. Got a doggone crook in my neck. Look at the devil trying to take me out. The devil trying to take me out so I can shut this message down. This what I'm gonna tell you. That's why I say, for the grown men, you're not gonna be able to help them. It's gonna take me and these other men speaking up about these here demonic spirits. And because when we call it out, the men gonna look themselves in the mirror and they're gonna realize that they're losing in life, that they got a demonic spirit that has taken over and that is suffocating them and derailing them out their purpose and out their life that their creator has promised for them. And so that's what they're gonna start to realize. Nora Jean, God bless you now. Nora Jean, God bless you. Naomi, God bless you now. And so you just tell Naomi, just tell them, you ain't no book on it. Just say, hey, listen, I'm not with the pornography, and you're gonna have to shut that down, or I'm gonna have to let you go. Point blank period. Like, you're gonna have to shut that down, or because this right here ain't gonna work. Point blank period. End of the discussion. End of the discussion. And then after that, you're going to have a 3-strike rule now. After that first strike, you're going to have him get therapy. If he's still doing it after therapy and all that, then you're going to have to leave him. You're going to have to leave him. That might wake him up. It might not wake him up. It's kind of, see, what I want y'all to understand. Now, let's get back to the DL. Y'all don't ask no questions now. Don't ask no questions, all right? Y'all just let the spirit flow. Talisa, y'all let the spirit flow. Thank you. God bless you now. So listen to me. Now, no, you all right up there, the cash out. Yeah, YouTube do take 30% of this here now. Oh my goodness. Blue River talking about what's down low. Now, what country you live in, Blue River? Blue River must not live in America. Never heard down low. Down low is men who are gay, but they are in the closet. They're not telling nobody. Now, today we have a lot of men who are in the closet. And what I'm going to tell you, they are not born that way. But let me help you understand. And I ain't got much time because my son about to be out of practice. What you have to understand is these men, it's a couple things that happen, but it all stems from the same thing. It all stems from the same thing. So it comes from a spirit of perversion. A lot of people do not realize that spirit that's taken over in men is a spirit of perversion. How is it perverted? It is perverted because if a man is into men, then he will not reproduce with a woman. In most cases, some men are into men and they still reproduce with a woman. Most will not reproduce with a woman. So what happens is now you have another man who is not starting a family and raising children for the kingdom. So now it is what the adversary is doing is trying to decrease the kingdom influence. Janisha, God bless you. Taking flight, God bless you. And so the adversary is trying to reduce the kingdom growth. That's when a man is into a man. So therefore, he's not reproducing with a woman. Now humans eventually, it may be 1,000 years from now, will almost cease to exist. The world will become almost desolate because of perversion. And see, remember I told you, lust does not, free the Q&A is for the blessed tribe. You're not even in the blessed tribe, so you'll never have a Q&A. So when I do a Q&A, that's for the blessed tribe. So you up under my video, you'll see a little button that say join. You gotta click that little button right there. That's for the blessed tribe. Oh, okay, all right. So now listen to me. Eventually, the human race will cease to exist because of perversion. Now let me help you understand this. What's going to happen? Remember that I told you. Lust, and I heard it from a pastor a long time ago, I think. Lust cannot be quenched. It has to be starved to death. So what happens is, this is what I want you to understand. This is the rabbit hole, okay? A man gets, back in the day, got the Nasty magazine. Then it went from the Nasty magazine, then it went to the VHS. Then it went to the DVD. Then it went to the phone, the computer screen. Then it went to the phone screen. Then it went from just a website to then it went to an app. So now it's very accessible. But this is what I want you to understand is the man goes from watching, let's just use a black man as an example, because I feel like black men is getting married the least right now when we need to be marrying the most. We're marrying the least. And then we have black influencers who are big and not married and talking down on marriage. And so it's making it even worse. So let me take you through this here thing. So a man, he takes and he looks at a black woman with a black man. Then he goes from black woman to two black men. Then he goes from black woman and black woman, two black men, watching this on the nasty movies now. Then he goes to black man, white woman. Then he goes to white woman, white man. Then he go to white woman with black man and white man on her. Then he go woman to woman. Then he goes woman with two men. Then he goes man to man. And so now when he go into the world to fulfill the lust, he looking for a fulfillment of the lust. He goes from woman of his race, woman of the next race, woman of the next race, woman of the next race. God bless you now. Well, Gael. We'll come and call you G. Then he goes two women. Then he go three women. Then the next thing you know, he go two men and a woman. Then he'll go three men and a woman, four men and a woman, five men and a woman. Through all this process, he looking at angling. He looking at angling. Then he go from front of the woman. Then he go to back of the woman. Then after front of the woman, back of the woman, now he done did everything. Mouth, front, back, tween here. Remember, lust can't be quenched. So the next thing you know, he start to envision the her brand. God bless you. He start to envision, oh, what it'll be like. And now he want him a man. Now he want to rub on him a man bike. Now he want something else over here because he have watched for years and years and years and years these men. Now I'm gonna tell you an admission. I've never watched porn. I've never watched porn. What you hear from me explaining is wisdom from God. Now I'm gonna tell you why I can easily watch it. I can easily watch it as a grown man. My wife don't check my phone. My wife don't look over me. She don't do none of that. She be having a headache. She be tired. If I told her I wanted to get in that, she probably will tell me, hey, all right. But I'm going to tell you why I don't watch it. The reason why I don't watch it is the same reason I don't snort powder. It's the same reason I don't smoke weed. Because I know it is an addiction. That's the same reason. And so this is what you got to realize. You got to understand that the way the mind works, and it ain't hard to understand. Think about it now. Think about it. I went to Jamaican food. I had curry chicken. Now I had jerk chicken. Then I had curry chicken. Then I had rice and peas. Then I had curry goat. Then I had ackee and saltfish. No, then I had callaloo and saltfish. Then I had ackee and callaloo and saltfish. It's like the more you get into something, when you hit your little drink, you're going to have one drink. 1 shot. Then you could do 2 shots. Then you could do 3 shots. Then, if you smoking, people who smoke, they just hit the blunt 1 time. Next thing you know, they hit it 2 times. Before you know it, they can hit a whole blunt. Then they do 2 blunts in a day. Then 3 blunts in a day. Then 4 blunts in a day. Then 5 blunts in a day. That's why these men today is down low. Because they giving into lust, or another man gave into lust and turned that man out when he was young. So now this man's first introduction to intimacy was with him, a man. So now that's what he knows. Another reason is a woman who was turned out got a hold of this man when he was young and turned him out, and then he got going and went further and further and further. And so I'm gonna tell y'all now, if I become president, I'm closing strip clubs. The next president might open them up. I'm closing strip clubs. At least I'm gonna try to fight for it. If I come something in my state, I'm closing strip club and I'm banning pornography in the state. If they'll let me do it by race, I'll just ban it for black men. Cause I'm gonna tell y'all need to get y'all butt married and be faithful. Listen to me, black men. I ain't got much longer. My son about to come. Oh, let me let y'all go. The show on MTV. Man, I can't be on here. So I told y'all about the show I'm on. It's on MTV. It's on right now, I think. I can't watch it because I'm at soccer practice. And so let me let y'all go. It's on MTV. I don't even know if I'm on the show, but they told me I was. And they sent me a picture, but I don't know what I'm on there saying. And what y'all got to realize is, who you see right here on this right here on YouTube, you're not gonna see the same thing on MTV. It's on MTV. Just put it on MTV. Whatever it's on, it's on now. It's on MTV. And it's called Couples Retreat. Now let me tell you something real quick to the black men. Black men, you need to get married. You need to get married. You need to be faithful. Because as black men, we becoming the most lost, the most broken, the most confused. We are economically disadvantaged. We are becoming the clowns. We are becoming the clowns. We being clowns. We're being used. We're being pimped. We're being dogged out, mistreated. And they using us to do their advertising, to promote a movement. They using us to do their advertising, promote a movement, and they breaking us down. And the reason why they breaking us down, and let me help you understand this now. You cut your on something, you want to cut it on? Oh, it is off. It is off. It just this up here is it's chilly.
Well, it's just because I'm extra sweaty today. So.
It's chilly in here.
Yes, sir.
It is.
Well, it's probably chillier to me because I'm soaking wet.
Why you got soaking wet? You pour water on you?
No, it's just plate 99. So.
Oh, okay. So you trying to say that sweat come from working?
Right.
We'll see. Now listen to me, black men. They using you. They using you. And now y'all put the TV on MTV now, cause the show on. It probably gonna show reruns. But listen to me, black men. You're getting used. And they're gonna let you get money now. They're gonna let you get money. They're gonna let you get fame. They're gonna let you get celebrity. as long as you don't stay married. And I was thinking about this last night when I was watching the guy who infiltrated the KKK. But think about how powerful a race has to be if somebody could hate you just because of the color of your skin. Like, I cannot imagine somebody being poorer than me, disadvantaged, marginalized, and me hating them. But that's what the KKK does. I cannot imagine hating somebody because of their skin color. Like, that right there ought to let black men know. Black men ought to get married and be faithful and build generational wealth out of spite. Just out of spite. You ain't supposed to be motivated by stuff like that, but that right there motivate me. It's like, you finna hate me because of my skin color? Okay, guess what I'm finna do, boy? I'm finna run circles around you. I'm finna have this here marriage. I'm finna have these kids. I'm finna raise kings and queens. I'm finna create generational wealth. I'm finna get to this money. I'm cutting out the weed, the getting drunk, the pornography. I'm intensifying my focus. I'm finna put my foot on your neck, and you ain't gonna be able to stop me. You ain't gonna be able to stop me. You ain't gonna be able to stop my children. You ain't gonna be able to shut down my last name. You ain't gonna be able to stop me from saying the name of God and really representing it the right way. I'm finna run ramshot and wreak havoc on you because you wanna hate me because of my skin color. And black men is losing by being single because you are weaker when you are as one. And that's why, and I'm gonna tell you something else, you also weaker when you go outside of your race. Now, I got friends who is outside of their race, but you become weaker, and I'm gonna tell you why you become weaker. Because they hate you even more when you step outside your race to date and to marry. They hate you even more. Now they want to give you even less. Also, the way they're gonna set up the world, they're gonna put your children through more and be calling them even more names. Also, the genetics is different. So you got to realize that is why you see the Asians, and that's why you see certain cultures, they will forbid and they will disown their children if they try to go outside of their culture. And it ain't even about racism all the time. Sometimes it's about, listen, your genetics go together. Sometimes it's about your culture creates a foundation of strength. Sometimes it's about your genetics might build something that wouldn't otherwise be built. Now, I'm not against interracial marriage, but I'm here to tell you that there's still disadvantages to it. And I'm gonna tell you how I know it's disadvantages to it. The way I know it's disadvantages to it is because they're promoting it. They're not gonna promote nothing to black people that they feel gonna benefit you. Point blank period. So so now you watching the commercials. I just watched the commercials. They show two black men walking up to two white women. I mean, a black man walking up to two white women shooting his shot at the bar. Cause they want to promote that. And so listen to me. I ain't hating on you now. But I'm here to tell you, they trying to weaken you. Because they fear that genetic superiority. Think about this now. I want you to think about hate. I want you to think about hate. So, if you take and ask yourself, what would make me hate somebody who's never done anything to them? When you hate somebody who's never done anything to you, it's because you fear them. And it's because you're jealous of them. So, if this man the white man who created racism, when they walk up and they see this black man who got an 8-pack of abs and ain't did a sit-up, they see old Hammer down there swinging. They see old 8, 9, 10 incher down there swinging. And if he happened to look down at him a 2 or 3 incher, he looking and he's saying, man, I'm got this 2 or 3 incher. This man got this 7, 8 incher. This man got abs. He got a 6-pack. I got a keg. This man could sit in the sun all day and his skin get richer. I get in the sun and my skin peel off and I turn red. Man, this ain't fair. This ain't fair. And that's what black men don't understand. Black men don't understand our power. You don't understand that you are coveted, that you fear, you respected, you adored, you admire. That's why hip hop culture run the world. 80% of hip hop albums is bought by white kids. 80%. Black men don't understand that. So why would you disempower yourself by remaining single and not getting married and building equity, building generational wealth? And then why would you take your wealth and then take it outside of your race by choice or out of a disrespect for your race? It's different if you meet a woman of another race and y'all organically hit it off and y'all get together and it's organic and it's pure. But it's a lot of black men who went and chose a woman of another race because they despise and hate black women because of their childhood trauma, not realizing that the women, the black women that made them hate black women were black women who were abused and taken advantage of by black or white men, by men. A woman does not become a monster on her own. She's not just a monster on her own. A lot of times, when you really look to the history of a woman who's a monster, if you ask her her story, you will sob like a baby after hearing her story. And so this is why so many black men start to hate black women, because of a black woman's trauma being taken out on them, and then us not getting to the root of the trauma and understanding the trauma root. We looking at the trauma fruit, but we're not looking at the trauma root. And when you get to the root, you see something different. Hey, let me let y'all go. Okay? Let me let y'all go. Because the show on, I forgot the show on. And I got to drive. So, hey, God bless you. The show on MTV. I don't know if I'm on there, but y'all let me know. And then, if y'all need to see me on there talking more, then go on Twitter and go on my Instagram, and you'll see they @ name on Instagram, MTV Couple Retreat, and y'all get in their comments. And how many of y'all? 900 on y'all. I need to see 900 of y'all in their comments, MTV Couple Retreat comments on Instagram and on Twitter. Hey, y'all need to let Tony Gass do a coaching session now. Y'all go on there telling what you think now. Don't tell me what you think about it. But who you see on YouTube, that's not me on the TV show, because it's not my show. I just was on there. It's not my show. So, hey, God bless y'all. Okay, I'm on the ID. Go get in the comments now. Go get in the comments. Hey, what's Tony Gass on that show? Let Tony Gass talk a little bit now. Hey, God bless y'all. We'll talk soon. Son, apologize. In here preaching while you getting in here.